I promise you that if you give me 10 minutes of your time, what I'm going to tell you, what I'm going to share from you from my personal experience today is going to change your life. You're going to have a light bulb moment, and you're going to understand when to stress about things. You're going to understand money management. All right, we all know I'm in Vegas right now. I'm playing the World Series of Poker. I made it through day one. I'm playing excellent poker, but that's not the lesson. Here's the lesson. I've been killing it playing cards. I have $1 million challenge, started with 1,500. My peak was 113,000. I brought about 98,000 to Las Vegas. I said to everybody, I'm gonna make small piles. All right, so I got into Vegas Saturday, 4 p.m., checked in, started playing some cards, not poker, blackjack, baccarat. I was up about $8,000, one session here, one session here, one session here. Small piles make big piles. Then what happened? I got greedy. I'm in Vegas. All the lights, all the action, all the numbers. There's so many games you can play, blah, blah, blah. And I think I'm smarter than the casino. Simple fact. So I start playing this one and I'm up. But instead of walking away with 1,200 because I'm in Las Vegas and I'm beating the casino, I keep playing. Now I'm down 3,600. Get frustrated. Leave. Go to another game. Up 1,200, up 2,400. Do not leave. Say I'm going to make 6,000. All of a sudden, from being up 2,400, I'm now down 2,400. Stop it. Walk away. Take a break. Rethink things. Oh man, what's going on, Matt? Okay. Have a new strategy. Understand what to do. Money management, I tell myself, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, which is make $5,000 per session, do it 20 times. So what do? I bring $10,000 downstairs. I sit down playing baccarat. Within a few minutes, I'm up $8,000, $9,000. What? Stop the presses. $8,000 or $9,000. But I didn't walk away. I made my goal. So the lesson I'm sharing with everybody, the lesson I want everybody to understand is if you do not have a game plan, or if you do not follow your game plan, you could end up in a serious hurt. Now let's remind ourselves, this goes with trading. We pick a great entry, we pick an exit strategy. If we don't exit, we ride the elevator up and likely down. And our positions go from plus 40% to minus 40% or worse. Okay, so my personal story, because you haven't heard it yet. So I'm losing here, 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 and I take a break and I say, you need to change your strategy. Now, when I say I'm losing, I did spend the $10,000 on the World Series of Poker entry, okay? And then I was up $8,000, and now all of a sudden I'm down $32,000 in 2 days' time. $32,000 from somebody who wins close to 88% of his sessions. Well, what's going on? I'm not executing my strategy. I'm being overwhelmed by the lights and all the action in Las Vegas, but I'm not following through. You know, just like when I went downstairs earlier, I took $10,000 and I said, I'm just gonna make 5,000. I'm gonna call that step one, and I'm gonna do this 20-step process in the next 5 days, and I'm gonna make $100,000. So what did I do? Again, I made 8,000, I didn't stop. I made a large wager. I was going to be up 24,000, and instead I walked away with zero money. Point. Just like trading, you could trade at 90%. Winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, winning trade. All of a sudden, you have one losing trade, and there goes your entire account. So that's what I want to share with you. It's all about money management. It's all about small piles equal big piles. So the good news for me is, now the great news for me, that this all happened to me within the first 2 days and before day 2 of the poker tournament is, like I'm asking you to use this information to your benefit, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to use it to my benefit. So tomorrow, I usually play a little looser day 1 or day 2 in a larger tournament. However, I realize that most everybody's going to be playing tight. So if I'm playing looser, even if I hit the cards I need to hit, the tight player has the advantage to hit what he needs to hit on the 4th turn or on the river, which would make me losing. You start out losing, then you go to an advantage position. It's not like you can end the hand unless I outbet somebody. And if I do that, I would have to put my whole tournament on the line. So rather than playing loser tomorrow, I'm gonna play tighter. Now, how are you gonna profit from that? Great question. I'm gonna tell you how. First, hit the like button, subscribe. Okay, how are you gonna profit from this information about me, my trading, my gambling, and my poker? Easy. A few different ways. I'm going to explain. Number one, if you're having problems trading, you're like, hey, Matt, I traded this, I bought high, I sold low, and then I did it 3 more times that week and I blew up my small account. I will tell you, take a step backward. Understand what you did wrong. There are a number of reasons that you could have had a bad trade. Number one, you got in before 10:30. Remember, the market's extremely volatile between 9:30 and 10:30 a.m. when it opens. The spreads between options, between the bids and the asks, are pretty wide. That spread narrows around 10:30 a.m., maybe 5 or 10 minutes earlier. Now, other interesting keys that I haven't spoken about in a while, and if you're watching this video, you deserve to know this. Important times in the market when the institutions trade are between 10:30 a.m. and about 11:15 a.m. Yes, they trade throughout the day from 9:30 to 4 p.m., but most of their activity happens prior to 11 a.m. And then it happens in the last 20 minutes of the day. So when you see the huge volume spikes at market open and at market close, that's the institutions securing their positions. Let me tell you the second way this is going to help you. You're going to understand and have that light bulb moment and say what Matt's saying is correct. He explains in his videos how small piles and being profitable time and time out equal larger piles. And if you don't understand, go to my week 2 $1 Million Challenge update, where I explained how I don't need to kill it in my trading account. How if I make $15,000 the first month, 30 the second, return like 50% per month. Now understand, I return trades sometimes between 50 and 200% in a single trade. I just need to do that for an entire month. After 9 months' time, I should be clear of $1 million. Now for smaller accounts, how are you gonna profit off that? I'm glad you asked. Say you wanna make an extra $1,500 per month. I know it sounds great. You don't have time, you're teaching school, you're with your kids, you're at work, you're in a warehouse, you're out on an oil rig. I mean, we have so many people that follow this channel. And first off, thank you. But you do it by planning ahead. You break it down. So again, I explained breaking it down in my $1 Million Challenge Week 2 update, but I'll do it again for you. You wanna make $1,500 per month. There are approximately 20 trading days per month. That means if you can make $75 on average per day, then you're going to achieve your goal. You break it down to obtainable steps. You take one step at a time. The people that have trouble, whether it's poker, what I'm thinking about, or in trading, are the people that try and hit home runs. They put all their eggs in one basket. They're putting all the risk into one trade or one hand of cards. Yes, if you have aces pre-flop, best hand possible. But it doesn't matter. It's the flop that matters. So if I have 4-5 and the flop is 4-4 king, and you have aces, you probably think I have king something because I'm betting, but I already beat you. I've got 3 of a kind. All right, so the same is true when you look at trading. Sometimes things look obvious. I'm asking you to not jump on yet, analyze. Now let's talk about another positive aspect. You could look at the 1 month chart. And I've told you, you pull up the 1 month chart of any stock, you look at the bottom of the screen and you'll see green or red bars. Now that'll tell you inflow for green, positive, a bullish sign. Red is outflow, a negative sign or bearish sign. If you see 4 green days in a row, obviously a bullish trend. So you could see the trend lines, and as the volume grows for demand, that's a positive thing. Likewise, if the volume is getting smaller as the stock is going up, that means less and less people are buying in at that elevated price. It's more scary. You might take a smaller position or even become a bear and turn negative. Now let's explain one other concept that I need to explain, because recently you've had a couple of stocks that have skyrocketed. And I'm talking about Blink, BLNK, which was up close to 30% today. It looks like Roblox, which will be up 30% tomorrow morning. So let me explain what consolidation is. When a stock spikes and looks like it's going to the moon, and when I say a stock going to the moon, I mean like 33%. If a company's value goes up by 1/3 in one day, what happens is people sell, people take profit, institutions sell, institutions take profit, and it consolidates. It forms a new base. The point is, there will usually be outflow 1, 2, or 3 days. Outflow the first day will be a larger volume. Outflow the second day will be a little smaller. Outflow the third day will be even smaller. That tells you that the next green inflow day, it'll spike back up. So these are things to look for. If you appreciate my lessons and tips on the spreads narrowing, on what to look for in certain stocks on the monthly basis, or on how to look for consolidation to know that you're looking for the next spike after it consolidates at a lower level, please follow my channel. I'm dropping videos every day. And again, I've got $1 million challenge. Once I make that $1 million, one of my followers on YouTube is going to get $25,000. Now remember, I have 2 challenges, one for trading, one for cards. Both are possible that I hit $1 million, and probably before the first half of next year. So please follow and subscribe.